Good evening, everybody. As you can
We
see,
already
I
have
am
one.
I am not in my normal setup. I am doing this show live from Colorado. This is-
Woo!
So I am Mr. Knast. Joining me tonight is,
The spawn of Grip.
and we
And we
have
have Alex in chat and Troy.
good evening, gentlemen. Thank you for joining me tonight. Check the show out. Help us out a little bit. Like I said, I do not have my normal setup. I am actually doing this show live on an iPad.
Woo! My sister ain't
Modern,
gonna mess up tonight.
modern technology at its finest. So
Hmm.
we will wait a couple minutes, see if anybody else wants to file on and join us. Spawn's tired. I'm tired. Sitting on a plane all day. And I was telling her before the show, apparently I brought the New Jersey heat out to Colorado with me. It was 101 degrees when I got off that plane this afternoon. And it sucked.
I'm telling you, I have not left my house all week because it's just been too hot. I don't want to take the kids out. The other day, it said it was like 97. Then I looked down, it said feels like 101. I said, yeah, my butt is not leaving. If I have to go somewhere, it better be for an emergency. If I need anything, that's what DoorDash is for. Make them do the
Yeah.
work for me.
Hey,
And
as long as you tip them well, I'm sure they will come out.
I'm not dragging the kids out. No. I want to, like I was saying, I want to do the beach either tomorrow or Saturday to like finally go out and go do something. But I'm like, do I really want to go out in the heat?
Yeah. Because right next week is going to be another hot week as well. I mean, I can't remember the last time it's been this hot for so long.
But then they always say like a hot summer is going to be a cold winter.
Good, but wonderful.
I don't. The thing is, I don't like being hot during the summer, but I don't like being freezing cold in the winter. I
No,
hate the winter and I hate the summer. I like fall. Like I love the weather of fall. Like it's not too cold and it's not too hot. It's just right.
Alex says, just don't bring the heat with you. Well, I mean, I left Jersey with it. Now I came to Colorado and it followed me, so who knows
Yeah,
what happens.
keep it there.
I mean, if I was out here next week, it's only supposed to be in the 70s. How's the weather in Colorado? Yeah, it's the same as the East Coast. It's hot, it's humid, it's probably right around 90 degrees out here, too.
That's why I also think I'm having a lot of the back issues because of the humidity.
Yeah, possible.
Because a lot they're saying like the humid's really bad, and I don't know if it's because then they call rain. Like it's just the weather has just been all crappy and it's messing with my back. So I'm like, oh, this just sucks. Like
Well,
they're saying,
the nice thing about out here, though, which I will say, because I'm going to pull up my current location real quick on my weather app. I'm in Lakewood, Colorado. It is 91 degrees currently, okay? But it's supposed to drop to 67 overnight.
I like that weather.
So now, if you're in Jersey, when it's 90 degrees, it only drops down to maybe the mid 70s. So it does cool off out. I will say that.
Let's see my location. It's 83 here, and it's only supposed to go down to like 70 something.
Yeah.
But it feels like
Hey,
uh,
comes on. Evening, sir. We,
oh,
we, we,
oh yeah,
we got.
Alex came up here from Wildwood the weekend of the bowling thing, and he said it's so hot up here. I'm like, that's because down the shore you have the breeze coming off the ocean.
That is very, very true.
So
Like
I'm like, of
on,
course we don't have that here. So of course it's gonna feel like what it is.
yeah. Like my cousin was telling me they had to make some adjustments for her wedding because Sunday's supposed to be 102 degrees that week. And the crazy part is, like, we're supposed to be in the mountains where it's supposed to be cold.
Mm,
So it's just crazy bizarre. But yes,
I
I
don't like the
am.
heat.
81 feels like 82 here. I could take that.
Like
It felt like a desert up there. Yeah, well, I could understand that, Alex.
for some reason I can get the kitchen cool The boys' room has an air conditioner in it now, and my bedroom. For some reason, and then the hallway will get cooled off. But for some reason, I can't get none of the air into the living room.
There you go.
So then my living room is the hottest spot in the apartment, and I never want to hang out. And I'm always hanging out in my bedroom because of that being, it's just too hot. I
Yeah,
even keep
well,
it in my room at all times because it's just too hot.
no, I get that. Gary, hello, nice to see you. Thank you everybody for joining in tonight. Like you can see, I am not doing my normal location. I am hiding in a back room of the Airbnb I am staying at to do this. I have a bunch of family in the outside of the house, so we're gonna try to breeze through this. I don't know. Try to hit the hour and a half mark. I have 14 most haunted places in Colorado since I am in Colorado, and the Spawn has a list of, I think she said, 12 haunted cemeteries. Told you you need fans to move the air. That is true.
I did. I have two fans in my apartment going, and they're still
Mhm.
not working. They're oscillating like the fans that they're towers because I can't have like the regular ones because my let me rephrase that. Not my two kids. Roman will try and stick his fingers in it.
Yeah,
And I don't have time for him to have to go get his fingers surgically put back on because he stuck his fingers in it.
that is true. Troy asking, did you get to the airport safe and sound this morning? I did. I was dropped off around 9 o'clock. I got through security within 5 minutes, grabbed some food, and I was sitting at my gate by 9:30. So I had 2 hours to kill this morning.
There you go.
Well, you're in Colorado. Thank you, Jeff. Not enough for that said, I agree. I mean, my central air unit's not working at the house, so I have 3 industrial fans and then a couple like desk fans. And my house still has 81, 82 degrees. I turned them all off today because I'm not going to be home, obviously. And I looked at my thermostat on my phone. It was already 89 degrees in my house.
Thank God you
That
don't
quick.
got no pets in there. They would have died.
Yeah. Hello, Dawn. Nice to see you.
It's just the thing with having regular fans with the blades. I don't need Roman trying to stick his fingers in.
Oh,
Even
yeah,
Elena's
Dawn.
tried to stick her fingers in the towers because she'll crawl and she'll put her hands in it. I'm like, thank God there's no like circulating fan in there. And next thing you know, your fingers are gonna go missing.
Yeah, that's true.
Safety
I mean,
reasons.
yeah, but I'm sure if you put them up high enough, no one will mess with them.
Yeah. Well, because like my dad has the regular circle fan that has the blades. Roman's he's short, but his arm span is long, and he'll still try to stick his fingers in it.
Yep. And put screens over in front of it. That's another good idea. Yeah. But
So I'm just
hopefully
like,
this he's somewhat gone soon. That is anyway.
I had to think of something how to get it cooled off in here because it's just the living room is just miserable. The only time it cools off is by the nighttime. Like with the living room sitting at 72, that's comfortable. It's not too hot. But once it reaches like 78, oh yeah, forget about it.
That's
Hi,
true. Heather's in the building. Good evening, Heather. I was actually talking with Miss Heather earlier a little bit through Messenger. So yeah, I mean this is awesome to see this many people in chat. It is cool. I haven't seen Mama D yet though. She must not like this. Okay, I won't watch Ladies Night next week if she doesn't want to watch our show. That's okay.
yeah, it's just been such a busy day.
You have a sheet hung up in the doorway spawn to keep air in the room. That's what I do with a place.
So the thing is with our apartment is they put two big AC units in the apartment. So they're the main AC is in my bedroom, and then the other one is in the kitchen. So those two ACs are technically supposed to um, circulate the whole apartment. But yeah, that doesn't happen. Like my boys' room is the hottest room, so I always have to keep an air conditioner in their room now. But now the
Well,
issue is, at first we were getting the living room cooled off, but then it just stopped working. Like now I can't get no air to the living room at all.
hopefully the heat's gone soon. And Troy said, hey, can I say something? I might not get banned. Say what, yeah. Troy, if you want to say it, go ahead. If it's inappropriate, I'll just delete the comment. If not, we'll answer your question. So, then we can get started on our list.
I swear it's been such a long day.
Off
Literally,
the
like,
sheet, Troy, I couldn't agree with you more.
I agree.
That was no shame in saying that, so I 100% agree with you.
I hate the heat so much. If I can live somewhere where it's fall all year round, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but I don't want to walk the much about that. But no, I agree with Troy and Heather got really well. So I apologize in advance, people. I do not have my normal setup, as you can see. So I am reading a list off my phone,
Same here.
and Spawn has hers on her phone. I know normally I try to share the screen so you can follow along with us. You have fun with that. The only difference with Death Valley compared to where we're at, it's dry heat. It's no humidity.
Let's see, watching American Horror Story. I
Oh,
started watching it.
she's not interacting with the show. She'd rather watch another show.
I'm not gonna lie, I started watching House of Dragon.
I don't think I watched that.
It's like another. It's like a part of Game of Thrones.
Nope. Okay. Never watched it.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of things to say about House of Dragon. That some things I don't agree as a parent. Like as a parent, that really like makes me not like the show as a parent, just because of the stuff that they do. I don't like that. Um, and then I was flashed like twice watching that show, so I'm like, yeah, no.
Fair enough. Before we get started, I just want to give a shout out to Walmart. These headphones are amazing.
Mm,
I was at Walmart last night, picked up a pair of khakis and these headphones, and these were only $12.
not bad.
And they're supposed to have 15 hours of playtime. So
How do you like them?
I watched a whole movie and listened to music on my phone quite easily, and I still got like 80% battery life.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, until you start using them a lot, then the battery starts sucking.
That is true. But would you like to start tonight, or is it my turn to start?
Whatever.
All right, well, I'll start, and then if anyone wants to chime in, I will say, looking at this list, I have been to some of these places. So,
Oh yeah, Walmart.
that's my
Walmart.
pick.
Rodney calls Walmart my Disney World.
Yeah, and then you got your dad and Miss Grandpa and Wally World. I just try to go into it and you can get out.
Yeah,
That's
no,
not what
my
you,
Walmart's my like Disneyland or World or whatever. I'm always at Walmart.
unless I'm with your dad and you start throwing stuff at me, but that's a different story. All right, so this list is from letsroam.com. Best place on Earth Spawn. There you go.
Yes. But
This,
every time I go in there, I have a select things I like to buy. Next thing you know, my cart is like full of shit. So I'm like, this is not what I came to buy.
stopping in to share the show some love while you're there. Well, welcome in,
I
Amber.
wonder.
I am broadcasting live from Colorado tonight, so it's awesome to see everyone pop in and chit chat for a little bit. Tonight, I will be doing the haunted places in Colorado, and the Spawn will be doing haunted cemeteries, which I'm quite interested in listen and learn about. So, my list was published. I found a new list. I upgraded a little bit. This list was published in 2023. Okay.
I said,
Colorado. I found another list,
oh,
a longer list, because the other one had 6 things on it. I'd be through that in no time. It's the top 14 most haunted places.
mm, okay.
So I found one a little bit longer.
A little bit longer.
Alright, so Colorado is renewed for its natural beauty, offering top-notch ski resorts and breathtaking hiking trails, which is very, very true. For those seeking a more eerie experience, there's another side in the southern state to explore. The most haunted places in Colorado. These haunted spots are just a few of the many scattered throughout Colorado, which is also very true. Each turns spine chilling story to tell whether you're an adrenaline junkie seeking a scare or a history buff with a fascination for the supernatural. Colorado's haunted places offer a unique dip into the dark side. So, number one on my list, the Stanley Hotel.
That
The
sounds familiar.
renewed Stanley Hotel in Essex Park is famous for its chilling history. It was the with being the inspiration of Stephen King's novel The Shining. I know your dad's seen that movie. Everyone who has seen it,
Oh yeah, I've heard about the movie, but I never watched the movie.
great movie. The master of horror found himself spooked after spending a night in the now infamous room 217, and his parents had fueled his uh, imagination for the novel, while the original film adaptation didn't use the Stanley Hotel like it was said to be at the Stanley Hotel, but it wasn't. I will get over that in a second. A subsequent ministry did, portraying the eerie tale on a continuous loop within the walls. Constructed back in 1909, the Stanley Hotel boasts a rich tapestry of ghostly narratives accumulated over more than a century. Among these accounts, King's encounter with spectacled children flocking in corridors stands out. This encounter has sparked a stream of reports from guests of time detailing particular sounds, disordinate sensations, and even capturing enigmatic apparitions on camera. So the image that he had is actually from the real movie The Shining, where you see the twins standing at the end of the hallway. That was an image that Stephen King saw when he stayed at the hotel.
That's not creepy.
Okay, so the real actual hotel from that movie is called the Outlook Reach, which is in Oregon. But the movie was based off the Stanley Hotel. So I did the tour the first time I was out here, and on room 217, sketched into the wall, someone wrote Red Rum. So if you ever watch the movie, and you're like, Red Rum, it's actually spelled murder backwards.
Oh, that's cool.
And another thing about the Stanley Hotel, if you're a movie buff like myself, the movie Dumb and Dumber was filmed and recorded in the actual Stanley Hotel. So there's some haunted to it, and then there's some fun to it. Depends how you look at it. Rad Ram.
Hmm.
So it is a beautiful hotel, breathtaking views. You have a scenic outlook of mountains behind you. It is definitely worth doing the tour to learn so much more about it. So if you ever make it to Colorado, that should be near the top of your list of things to do. All right, number two, the Molly Brown House. You've likely heard of the Molly Brown House in Denver as a popular tourist attraction, but few know the sinister spirits as they tour the famous abide. Molly Brown, a prominent figure among Denver's athletic circles, gained notable recognition as a survivor of the Titanic tragedy. Despite her reputation for leading a relatively content life, the museum dedicated to her and its staff has been witnesses to a series of intriguing and particular occurrences. It's a maze attached real. No, unfortunately, like I said, the actual movie itself was filmed at a different hotel out in Oregon, which actually has the maze attached to it. But the Stanley Hotel was just a made up scenario for that movie. So, kind of sucks. Despite her reputation leading a relatively content life, the museum dedicated to her and her staff been witnesses to a series of intriguing and peculiar occurrences. Some will report walking the distance room of Molly's husband, J.J. Brown. Pipe tobacco and the late pictures in the house often behave unpredictably, and the furniture is mysteriously rearranged on occasion. While a visit to the Molly Brown house is an enlightening historical experience on its own, the prospect of interior an eerie chill or somewhere to find enigmatic enemies adds to an extra layer of intrigue to the journey. After exploring the Molly Brown's house, continue the spooky tours with our Denver Ghost Tour Scavenger Hunt Mile High Ghost Story, which I have heard about, but I didn't get to do. Go on a Denver Ghost Tour Scavenger Hunt, divided into the historical landmarks that have been silent witnesses to some of America's most hair-raising moments. The Mile High Ghost Tour is regarded as one of the most scariest ghost tours in all of America. Okay. Yeah. Number three, Phantom Canyon Road. Phantom Canyon Road is a road trip not intended for the faint of heart. The scenic route is a detour from the Gold Belt to Byway, retracing the path once taken by the Florence and Cripple Creek Railroad. It's driving an exhilarating experience, and as the narrow, unpaved road climbs to a staggering 4,000 feet in elevation. Its winding course leads to a eerie mountain tunnel and past long abandoned mining towns of Wilbur, Ellington, and Glenbrook. As you progress closer to Cripple Creek, the road amps up the creepy factor. Here, the It's a Trigger roaming along the old tracks adds something special to your road trip. An apparition of an ununiformed inmate from the 1890s is the most witnessed spectacle, haunting the area decades after his execution. So you have a naked inmate roaming free on the train track.
There's nothing wrong with streaking.
And I will say, most roads in Colorado are like that. The higher you go up in the mountains, they go up like that, and there's one lane up, one lane down, and no guardrails on the other side.
Mm-mm.
So if you've never driven out in the state, it is a test in itself. I have driven to one of the highest points in Colorado, which is Mount Evans, which is 14,200 feet up. And let me tell you, freaky,
Yeah,
trust me.
you got balls to do that.
Huh?
I said you got balls to do that.
Well, when my father was alive, it was my Colorado road testing father.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
All right, number four, the Broadmoor Hotel. Nestled in the heart of Colorado Springs, the Broadmoor stands an expensive and luxurious five-star hotel catering to those in search of comfort and surreal escape. Admits its offering of a top-tier golf course, a rejuvenating spa, the proximity to a nearby zoo. There's an aspect hidden from the typical brochures. Both the staff and guests have shared their accounts of a ghost of a woman off glimpsed in the penthouse area. This space once belonged to Joey Penrose, a co-founder of the establishment. While not definitely confirmed, a particular narrative involves Joey Penrose passing. It's encountered that her departure from this world was a mystery, reports tell her of going missing and subsequently being located, disoriented and tumbling into the nearby woods. Strangely, she had no recollection of how she became to be there. Within a week, she breathed her last. Could it be that her spirit lingers, driven by a desire to unearth the truth behind her own strange demise? So you basically have a co-founder of a hotel haunting the hotel itself, which we have heard about in the past. All right, number five, we have Highlands Ranch Mansion. If anyone has any questions about these on the list, please feel free to chime in chat. Let me know. So if you see any questions pop up, Swan, please stop me. But located in the enchanting landscape of Highlands Beach, this fallen stone mansion, erected in 1891, serves as a sought-after venue for weddings and gatherings, capitalized on its remarkable agricultural elegance and captivating period vistas, while often choosing for its historical charm. I'm not going to try to pronounce the other point. This estate possesses an additional layer of intrigue for its hauntings. When the annals of the historical property, the lingering spirit of Julia Kistner, the daughter of F. Kistner, the proprietor who acquired the estate in 1926, is said to frequently make her presence known. Accounts from both visitors and staff now reach the somber echoes of a woman lamenting cries. Glimpse of a shadowy figure motion when it within the mansion's empty confines, and the occasional dance of lights flickering on and off unpredictably. So you do have a spirit who likes to dance with the lights. I like that. So next we have the. You might have. You said you don't have this one on your list, so I will read it. The
Yeah,
Central
no.
City Mosaic Cemetery, established during the late 1800s as a mining settlement, Century City is still a place to chase your fortune. Century City is basically Colorado's Atlantic City. So I mean, it's up in the mountains. It's a small town called Blackhawk. Beautiful up there. So if you ever get out here, I highly recommend you checking it out. It has transformed from a spot for gold diggers to a sought-after destination for blackjack players due to its many casinos. So Century City on the Caribbean is like the Atlantic City. Um, Amidst this evolution, a consistent presence remains the mysterious woman cloaked in black who materializes twice annually within the hillside cemetery overlooking the town. Referred to as the Columbine Lady, she manifests to pay her respects to the grave of John Cameron, a prominent former resident of Central City who breathed his last in 1884. The intriguing figure is spectacle to be betrothed, providing to offer oral tributes to her departed love on two significant dates. November 1st, marking the anniversary of Cameron's passing, and April 5th, a date shrouded in mystery, mirroring the mystique that surrounds the woman herself. So you can see a ghost give flowers 2 days of the year. Pretty cool. All right, number 7. I'll probably do number 10. These are getting kind of long. I don't want to bore people too much. So no one's talking, so I don't know if they're just listening or say, okay,
So let's get
boring.
a roll call while you read the next article.
I don't think I can add comments. I can't. But yes, if you would like to let us know that you're still here, if you're intrigued by any of this, please feel free to let us know that you're in chat instead of showing 5 people. Unfortunately, I can't see what everyone is viewing. Heather's still
And
here. Like I said, I don't have my normal setup, so I can't see what platforms have people. So
well, while you're reading it, we'll have people roll call while.
I like being read to while I cook.
I like to
But
watch TV when I cook.
Mr. Nast don't cook, so Mr. Nast needs
So
to learn how to cook. Huh?
how do you eat if you don't cook?
A lot of takeout, and I go see your dad and Miss Grimm a lot. While iced tea equals a good dinner, okay?
Oh, I see. I
Well,
make
that's
chicken
always
pot
like
pie.
that's what we do. I'll bring while I see she'll feed me. It's a mutual understanding.
Make you understand.
But only Heather's here? Wow. Well, Mama D's probably lost her TV show. She probably has the show on mute so she can listen to her TV. Because we all know American Horror Story is more important than Expedition, right? It's okay, Mama D. All love.
Is the bathroom.
She's not wrong. But I do need to learn how to start cooking a little bit more and save some money because I do eat out way too
Yeah,
much.
buying
Hey,
out is like another bill. Like the only, I'm not gonna lie, the only time I order out is if I don't feel like cooking.
yeah, well, I do know how to make pasta, mac and cheese. I can
Really,
grill. Hey, don't
pasta,
make
mac and cheese. Ay, ay, ay. Nothing
nothing.
wrong with eating out. And eating out is not good
No,
for you,
don't get him.
especially
Don't get him
if
started.
eating out is not good for people that have health issues. Thank you very much.
No, yeah,
Especially if you have
yeah,
high blood pressure.
yeah. Don't get your dad started because I know
I'm
exactly what
gonna
he
get
meant
him
by that.
started because
No,
let
I
me
know
ask
what. No,
you. I don't eat out no more. It's rare
hey,
that you'll
well,
see me eat out.
pause for a second. Look who it's coming from, and look what he's saying.
I don't eat out. I'm telling you, I cook almost every night at home. It is rare that I order out.
You're not understanding me. I know what your dad's trying to say.
Ew.
Don't get him started. If he's still
No.
listening, yeah. If he's still listening, I know exactly where he was going with that.
Poor Rodney Ortiz. He,
I see, Heather gets it. We understand your dad. You try to avoid it. I get that.
yeah, well, that's nasty. I dropped something. I can't find it. Oh, there it is.
Heather, that's why I was trying to warn her what she was saying. And I know exactly where he went with that comment.
Listen, not everything we talk about has to revolve around that, okay?
It's your dad.
That is
It's
also
Red
true.
Rim. And Feb 1, he's celebrating his 1 year tomorrow night.
It's a curse.
I'm just saying. That's why I told you don't get him started.
You may
Yeah.
finish. So.
Number 7, the Patterson Inn. Did I read this one?
You
No.
read
Okay.
number, you're at
6.
7.
Yeah. So in Denver is essential to clarify that the Patterson Inn, under the current ownership of Chris Connery, is described as a spiritual establishment rather than one plagued by hauntings. So there's no need to fret about some spiritual, spiritual encounters leading to any harm. However, don't be surprised if you find yourself occupied up the stairs by the lingering presence of Towan Sedan, who tragically took her own life within the hotel walls in the 1950s. During your stay, you might experience other causes of paranormal, and the lights in your room could inexplicably illuminate in the dead of night, or the distant sound of a baby's cry might echo from the basement. Furthermore, you might see the lingering essence of Thomas Patterson, the original property in what used to be his study. Whether you're enjoying the happy hour or lodging there for the night, there's a strong likelihood that you'll encounter some form of paranormal activity at the Patterson Inn. I like it.
Maybe it's just me, like, I guess being a parent. Isn't it like a natural instinct for a parent? Like, if you hear a baby cry, is like, you go investigate, or like, you just wonder, like, what's going on. Like, I'll do that in the store, or like, we're out in public and I'll just hear a baby crying. And then just like, my natural instinct is to look like, what's going on? Why is there a baby crying? If
No,
I
I
were
get
to
that.
if I would be in a haunted place and I hear a baby crying, I'm gonna go investigate. Even though I'd be crazy to do it, but I would go investigate. Because that's just like a natural. Maybe me as a parent, I don't know if other parents do it, but it's like a dog where they're like, "What's that? What's that?" Like they're always on alert.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it depends on your animal, actually. Uh, Heather
Oh
says she
yeah,
does that too.
it's. I don't know. I guess I started doing it like once I became a mom, and every little thing I'm Like even my daughter, she'll make the most like lightest noise, and I'm up. It just wakes me up.
Well, try living by yourself for the first time in your life, and every little pin drop you wake you up.
I do that now. Like every little, like the only way I won't hear some is if like like I don't feel good and I'm sleeping, or like something's going on and I'm asleep. I won't hear it. But other than that, I hear every little thing.
Yeah, well, I maybe slept a total of 6 hours the last couple of days because of being up so. So number 8, we have another hotel. We have Hotel Colorado.
They have a lot of hotels out there.
Oh, it's a scenic place. A lot of people come here to visit and stuff. So, um, higher on the roster of Colorado's eeriest locales stands the Hotel Colorado. The reason behind its reputation are more than just justified. Originally erected in 1893, this grand advice started its journey as a hotel, but it's been used in other ways, including as a hospital, prison, and a temporary White House. It reportedly even harbors a planetarium, which is a morgue. From 1943 to 1946, the premises accommodated the U.S. Naval Convey Set Hospital, so a Navy hospital. Easy
So
way to put it.
they're saying it was a hospital before it was a hotel.
Yes.
Okay.
A pivotal facility catered to World War II soldiers, the hospital provided medical care, but also held prisoners in the basement's brig. It's this air that puts forth the most grocery tales, attributed to those who met their eerie end in the brig. However, the spiritual encounters within the Hotel Colorado aren't confined solely to this period. Amidst its quarters and chambers, guests have reportedly encountered apparitions of former residents of the hotel, anemic woman, and even the hotel's founder, Walter Devenox. Intermingled with these sightings are the hallmark signs of paranormal activity, like flickering lights, eerie sounds, and unexplained occurrences that further contribute to the allure of the hotel. So you have a multi-purpose hotel that is haunted by multiple things.
Maybe you could explain, especially being a old hospital.
That's creepy as shit. A hospital versus a hotel, no. Others passed away, people from the hospital are stuck. Yeah, I mean, that is very true.
Mm-mm-mm. That's why I believe a
So,
lot of places are haunted like that because of the fact being they're stuck there and they have no ways of getting out.
so I can't share, but parents just sent me that. That has been dinner for the evening. Looks like a tossed salad with chicken.
My dad's getting his salad tossed.
I guess
Mm-mm-mm.
Jan just sent me that, so I figured I would kind of try to share because, like I said, I don't know if people were able to see that good, but
Mm.
we tried. That was
Uh,
my way quick and easy. That was probably the quickest 3 hours and 25 minutes of my life.
oh, that's not bad.
Well, it usually takes about 4 hours. But I guess they had good flying conditions today. Like I watched the movie Twister. I put a couple pictures in the group chat. So I had the movie Twister on, and I listened to some music at stake. So you had a good tailwind. Thank you, Mama D. This is absolutely right. So, oh, it's steak, not chicken. But
I
he's still
did.
getting
What did we do? We did chicken pot pie tonight.
he's still getting the tossed out for me, as you said, not me.
Yeah, he had his salad tossed. So,
Well, look, he's saying it right there, and I like my salad sauce.
ew.
I'm not gonna tell you. People still have to eat. People might be eating watching this show, so I am gonna be feed. We had hot dogs and baked
Oh,
beans.
yep, nope. I crossed the line. I was
Beans,
hungry.
beans, good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you put. The more you put, the more you shit. The more you shit, the more cheap you use.
Yeah, no, I don't. That's one thing I don't do. That's mm-mm. Hot dogs and baked beans. That just makes me want to throw up.
Well, I'm sure I got some. Like I said, we're having a big giant barbecue. Well, I'm at. I was on outside of the house. I'm inside. So I'm sure once I go out, I will be given food. Even though I do have leftover burrito from an authentic Mexican restaurant. Right. That was really good.
It's just always. Oh my god, my mom always made us eat baked beans and hot dogs. Just
Oh, I used to do hot dogs and mac and cheese. That was good.
hot dogs and mac and cheese. Yes, I will still do that to this day. But hot dogs and beans is nasty. I will. You will never see a can of baked beans in my apartment ever. Never.
He's asking where the mountains are. I'm actually not as high in the mountains of cooking, so that's why I'm doing this from actual like bedroom setting. But I just got hot dog and beans. We had shells and cheese too. I did that for AJ and Hook. Yeah.
Mm-mm. Nope. I ate too much of that growing up. There's certain things I will not eat as an adult, and I will not feed it to my kids.
Yeah.
And hot
And
dogs and beans are one of them.
yeah. And mom didn't say, "Ooh, in bed." I'm not technically in the bed. Let me see if I can hold on. Let me see if I can do something real quick. Hold on. So I don't know if you guys can still hear me, but I am in a bedroom, not in bed. But this Airbnb actually has like 7 bedrooms.
Ronnie eats shells and cheese, like Velveeta mac and cheese. I won't do that either.
Soup
I'll
over
stick
noodles is good.
stick to what you call it, Kraft. Are you referring to beef stew over noodles?
No, you can do regular soup over noodles. I know what you're gonna talk about.
Oh, no, I don't know what that is.
Look, number 9, another hotel for you. Final saving the best for last. Nestled in the mountain town of Aspen, where the Stanley Hotel is, the Hotel Jerome is a memorizing luxury retreat, but also boasts a reputation for being particularly haunted. Amidst its lavish offerings, can you make tomato noodle soup? I've had that before. That's really good, mommy. It's tomato soup with noodles in it. It's really good. Amongst its lavish offerings, stories have emerged from the staff of mysterious spirits, particularly concentrated on the third floor, where playful pranks and unusual antics are said to unfold. Standing out amongst these ghostly tales, one entirely reigns supreme and invoking an undeniable chill. This lingering presence is the spirit of a young boy forever tied to a tragic incident that occurred in 1936. The heart-wrenching tale, uh, the heart-wrenching tale unfolds with a family's visit, culminating in the sorrowful drowning of their son in the hotel's pool shortly after the arrival. Since that fateful day, the presence of the water boy has etched itself into the hotel's narrative. Witnesses among the staff and guests alike have recounted glimpses of him, often apparently soaked or trembling with a towel in hand, a spiritual figure often leaving behind damp footprints in the hall.
Okay.
I think I'm making beef stew and egg do salads.
We've
That's
been
another good choice. That's another good
we
meal.
we've been grilling a lot because I got a George Foreman grill from my dad that they didn't use. So
Mm.
we've been grilling a lot, but today I didn't feel like grilling. But there's this one soup I want to try. It's called they call it uh, Italian penicillin
Yes,
soup.
I've heard it. I don't think I've tried it.
I watched like a lot of videos on TikTok, and I'm gonna try and make it. But the other issue is I don't have a blender to blend up like all the boiled vegetables because you gotta boil the carrots and everything.
Unless that's what you're thinking. Chicken pastel soup.
I think that's what it's called, but I know like on TikTok they call it the Italian penicillin, but it doesn't have chicken in it. It's just all blended vegetables, and then you put the noodles in it.
Interesting. And Heather said that last one was that. I mean, anytime you have something like that happen, is that
It's
you saw
just
some Jewish
curious.
penicillin.
I love trying new things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Matzo ball soup. Yep, I've had that. Nope.
No,
Is it?
that sucks. But my Popeye
So,
came out some good. And then yesterday I tried this thing called sushi bake.
my go-to when I don't feel good. There you go. Everyone has their comfort food when they don't feel good.
I don't know,
So
my
just,
favorite thing to go to when I don't feel oh yes, chicken orzo soup. I still haven't made it yet, but I prefer my dad's.
hey, it's Miss Good. But the last one I'm going to read, I like new stuff. I check with quick books. I can't do sushi. And then Ivy's and Country Valley.
Mhm.
I think you gotta have a cooking show against Spawn.
Yeah, no, I always try making new things. I don't like do the same old things when I'm too lazy and I don't feel like making a mess in my kitchen. Because when I find new recipes and stuff, it looks like a science experiment happened. And then I'm the
Yeah.
one who has to clean up the mess. So I have my days. But
I don't know.
sushi, I just started eating it recently. So I wanted to start learning how to make it so I don't have to go out and buy it because it's expensive.
True.
For just me and Ronnie to eat sushi, it probably costs about $25 to $30 for just me and him to eat sushi. So
Crazy.
I'd rather learn how to, I had
Shepherd's
shepherd.
pie.
I've heard about shepherd's pie. That doesn't look too bad to make. I had old family recipe for a dish no one will eat. And what is that old family recipe? Cook, cook to eat. Give me only an hour to cook for three since I get home at that time mostly. That's nasty.
Should I continue or you guys want to keep talking about food?
Making amazing shepherd's pie. What was for dinner, Mr. Knast?
Don't know. I'm thinking you're just doing like hamburgers and hot dogs and stuff.
Ground pork, ground beef, sauerkraut, red pepper flakes, white pepper over. It sounds good. The only thing is sauerkraut. I don't eat sauerkraut. That's the only thing. Awesome crock pot recipes.
So I've already got one continue. I don't know if people are ready for me to do the last one or not. So
You have one more to go?
that's it. There's a long one and one I've been to before.
Yep.
That's what makes it just good. It sinks to high heaven, but it's so good.
Yeah, I don't do sauerkraut. That's the only thing I don't do.
So,
Troy said continue. Yep.
alright, so the last one on my list, as you can all see, is a very long one, but it is a
Oh,
very
Elmo,
cool one.
really? Elmo, really?
Say Elmo.
But still, come on, man.
So I've actually been to this town. And I will tell you a story about this town when I'm done reading it. But Mama G would know right off the bat. If you remember her talking about Cinderella, which is an old abandoned mining town that the fire was underground, say Elmo had the same fate. So, oh gosh, he'll be fighting.
By your dog.
Alright, so St. Elmo Ghost Town. Centralia. St. Elmo is St. Elmo is Colorado Central. So, located in Capper County, the St. Elmo Ghost Town stands as a vivid testament to Colorado's mining history, offering a glimpse into the past that draws numerous visitors for historical tours. St. Elmo is Colorado's best preserved ghost town. It also takes the crown for having the highest number of ghostly encounters and paranormal activity among all the ghost towns in the state. One of the most renowned spirits in St. Elmo is Annabelle Duty Annie Stark. Annabelle is a descendant of Anton and Anna Stark, who arrived in St. Elmo along the Pacific Railroad back in 1881. Anton took the role of a section boss in the mine while Anna managed a home comfort hotel situated on Poplar Street, which is still there to this day. Along with the general store, remarkably both these structures still stand, which is very true. Following her parents' passing, Annabelle became the proprietor of the hotel. The once impeccable, maintained establishment gradually descended into disarray under her care. As the town's fortunes dwindled, Annabelle's connection to reality began to slip as well. Gradually, she acquired the nickname Dirty Annie, an epic born from her habitat of appearing in soiled attire with disabled hair. Town folks suspected this was her subtitled defiant liberation from her mother's stern grip. Among the locals, memories linger of her traversing the main street, shotgun loaded and slung over her shoulder, ready to safeguard the town against any potential threat. Following her passing, stories circulate that Annabelle spirit endures still wandering the streets she held so dear.
Hmm.
Be right back. Gotta find my charger, my singing had it last. Be right back, just in case my phone died. Damn it. So, what is cool about St. Elmo's Ghost Town is it's a real town. And it's actually based off a song. If you ever listen to the song St. Elmo's Fire, it was inspired by St. Elmo Ghost Town. But what's cool about this town, since like they say you can do tours and all that, there's a spot on the rock you can sit. And they have like little dispensaries that you get a pile of food in your hand. And if you sit still enough, chipmunks will come and eat out of your hand.
I'll be scared they'll bite me.
The easiest, calmest animals out. If I could sit on my computer, I could actually pull up pictures of me in this town.
Oh wow, chipmunks are easy to train. Next thing you know, we're
So
gonna have singing chipmunks.
so I literally have couple pictures of me feeding the chipmunks.
Yeah, I would just be scared they'd bite.
But St. Elmo is an awesome town. Like I said, it's Colorado's version of Centralia. It's an old mining town that basically burned down.
In the mountains.
Yeah,
I mean, it would be a fun experience, but I want
they
to
have.
the ducks and geese down here, but I'm scared they're gonna bite.
Well, the funny thing is too, they actually have what you would call an outhouse. You literally walk into this building. It's one bathroom, one stall only, and it's considered an outhouse. You have the bare essentials. You don't have a sink to wash your hands. You have a toilet that's in the ground that, if you take it number two, decomposes in the ground.
Hmm, that's
So,
nasty.
very cool town. If you ever get out here, you have to check it out. So before we start your list real quick, I am going to run a brand new commercial that shows you our new show schedule with the Verge of Sanity and us with our lineups. Because we all team up with Verge, we will get more in that as we have to show up. But don't go anywhere. We shall be back in a minute.
So I have my co-star with me helping me read today. There you go.
We have a visitor. Hello, Miss Elena.
We said hello. So instead of picking a state, I decided to do 11 most haunted cemeteries in America. Next week I'll pick a state. But last week I did the lakes.
Yep.
And then this week I want, because a lot of stuff it always comes up with cemeteries. So I was like, you know what? Let's just do the cemeteries. But next week I will pick a state. If anybody has a recommendation, I'll take that. If not, I'll just think of one. So the first one, when was this established? Of course, it doesn't say. All right. So the first one is, let me see that, Westminster Hall and Burying Ground in Baltimore, Maryland. That's it, so we can read. I have to have my phone close to my face because I'm blind as a bat. The cemetery at Westminster Church in Baltimore, Maryland is the home of the Screaming Skull. The legend states that a minister was murdered here, and every night at the same time, his skull, excuse me, his skull would start screaming. Eventually, his body was dug up and the skull gagged before being encased in a cement block that now stands by his gravestone. According to locals, it's still possible to hear the muffled screaming on quiet nights. Edgar Allan Poe is also buried here, but he seems to be at rest.
That's surprising. Edgar Allan Poe is well, we had a screaming skull, but Edgar Allan Poe is fucking crazy himself, so I think he's at rest. That's actually kind of funny.
Probably a lie. Okay, you got some comments? We're good. The next one, Union Cemetery, Easton, Connecticut. Union Cemetery in Easton, Connecticut dates back to the 1600s, so it is not difficult to imagine it is haunted. The cemetery is known locally as White Lady Cemetery after its most prevalent ghost. This lady in white is said to roam the cemetery at night and will sometimes venture beyond its gates onto the road. Several drivers have reported hitting her with their vehicle only for her to disappear promptly. She is not alone in haunting Union Cemetery, as there has also been reports of glowing red eyes peering at them from out of the darkness corners. So you have a lady in white, and then you look next, you see random red eyes staring at you.
I mean, I would just think that would be your dad anyway, but
So I know you read on this when we did Georgia. Stop it. Bone Adventure Cemetery, Savannah, Georgia. Nope. Next, we stopped in the historic southern city on our trip to America's Real Haunted Cemetery. Savannah is one city that is incredibly proud of its ghosts. So it is only to be expected that they have their own haunted cemetery, complete with a chilling tale to tell. The most famous that is said to be roaming Bonaventure Cemetery in Savannah is Grace Weston, a little girl who died of pneumonia at just 6 years old. Not only has little Gracie been spotted playing between the tombstones, but the statue of her by her grave also has been known to cry tears of blood on occasions.
I think we learned that last week when you did Georgia that 1 week.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying. I think you did that one when you did Georgia.
Yeah, but it's still awesome to hear. I mean, I know Heather was, when we talked about it the first time, she's probably still listening. She said she was actually at that cemetery, which is pretty cool.
I mean, that's pretty kind of creepy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Number 4, we are at Illinois. Resurrection Cemetery, Justice, Illinois. Let me go get her back to life. BRB, people. Somebody wants to remove it instead of being my co-star.
So Spawn does that. I mean, last cemetery we did talk about before in the state of Georgia, which is awesome. I mean, who would like to see a headstone actually 5 tears of blood? I mean, kind of creepy in a way, but kind of cool. So, so while she is gone, she is back. There we go. Plug my phone in, let that charge up a little bit.
My co-star had to go back to bed.
It happens.
So we're at Illinois. So it's called Resurrection Cemetery, Justice, Illinois. All
Resurrection Cemetery. I like the sounds of
right. Resurrection Cemetery in Justice, Illinois is an incredibly creepy place to be. Even the name encounters up spooky ideas. The most famous haunting here relates to a spirit known as Resurrection Mary. Mary was a young girl killed in a hit-and-run accident sometime in the 1930s. Witnesses say that she can now be seen walking the same street where she was killed, that she sometimes hitches a ride back to the cemetery with young male drivers who are shocked when she vanishes from their car as they're near the cemetery gates. Talk about, can I have a ride, please? Like, I would stop. Like, I don't even know how these people could just keep going. No, when you just have a random, like, entity in your car.
True. So you said that one was called Resurrection Cemetery in Illinois.
Yes.
I wonder if Michael Myers is buried there.
He said Michael Myers.
Well, think about it. He's from Hadco, Illinois, and he resurrected a couple times. You never know. I know I'm being funny, Seth. It's a fictional character.
Number 5. So I know we wanted to wait for Salem in October, but this one came
Proceed.
across. This one came across. So Howard Street Cemetery, Salem, Massachusetts. Salem, Massachusetts is famous for one thing, the witch trials. In the late 1600s, speculation was rife about who was and who wasn't participating in dark magic. One of those accused was a wealthy farmer named Giles Gorey. He was accused of being a warlock and was tortured to death during his so-called trial. Corey is seeking revenge for his untimely death and is said to haunt Howard Street Cemetery and the surrounding area. This would make perfect sense given that he is buried here in Howard Street Cemetery, but it was also the spot where he died as a result of pressing. He is believed to specifically target sheriff officers, perhaps as they are the closest thing to the witch finders we have today. Corey's ghost has also come to be a harbinger of tragedy. Whenever his ghost is seen around town, it usually directly before something tragic occurs. So I guess when somebody sees him, next you know, something happens to somebody. That's
Yep. So before you move forward, I just looked at my calendar, and this actually works out perfectly. Halloween this year is on a Thursday. So if we're still doing Expedition Night, which I hope we will be, we can actually do the Halloween special. So we can cover all the Halloween towns on Halloween,
mm,
like Salem, all that stuff. And if anybody wants, they can join me. Because I will do that show Halloween night from a cemetery.
you have fun with that.
So if anyone in chat is interested in that, Halloween is obviously it's Thursday. We can plan to do a live show from a cemetery. I think that would be epic.
Mm-mm.
Of all the Halloween towns, to do it Halloween night in a cemetery, arrest me now for trespassing. I don't care. It
My
is
dad
down.
said he's going.
Awesome. At least I got one. I know Heather would probably join in. Miss Grimm, maybe. If we can find one close enough, Mama G, maybe. But Halloween night in a cemetery, we will be doing a show. Who knows? You might watch me, Miss Smith, and Grim get arrested. Who knows? Sorry, you can go ahead. Just looked at my calendar and I noticed that it was on a Thursday, so I got excited.
I like when Halloween's on Friday.
Huh?
I like when Halloween's on Fridays because you can be out later.
Well, not any. That's the joke about Halloween nowadays. Hurricane Sandy first, and then COVID second. Halloween's not the same as when I was a kid. Miss Grimm can tell you, when we were growing up, you would go out trick or treating right at school, 3, 4 o'clock. You'd be out till 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, these towns have these set trick or treating times, which is complete bullshit.
Yeah,
And some,
I think out here
it's like 47.
They start at 5, and then you're done. Everybody starts going in about 10, so it gives you about 5 hours. But there's like a little I guess you say town, not really a town, but it's like a whole strip of like houses, and they're really good houses. And we go there since we moved out here. We make out pretty good out there.
I mean, you want some good houses, go to Morristown Rich section. There you go.
So we got number 6, Hollywood Forever, Los Angeles, California.
Hollywood
Hollywood Forever Cemetery is Los Angeles in Los Angeles is registered on the National Register of Historic Places. Plenty of deceased stars call this place their final resting place, and it even shares a wall with Paramount Studios. Among the
Okay.
famous faces that are still roaming around is Rudolph Valentino. His ghost has been seen wandering around the area looking every bit as handsome as he did before his unexpected death in 1926. Every year, a mysterious lady in black visited his grave on the anniversary of his death. It is said that she still visits now, a belt in a spirit form. Other Hollywood stars buried here who are not yet ready to leave the spotlight include Clifton Webb, who starred in the Mr. Belvedere films, has been seen frequently wandering around this scary graveyard. That's cool. I wonder who else is buried there.
So that called Hollywood what?
It's called Hollywood Forever.
Okay, so you got Hollywood Forever, and also out in Hollywood, California, is a cemetery called Oakwood Cemetery, which is littered. I should say, I mean, which is lots of celebrities' burial place.
Hmm. So
Go
sexy.
sex in the graveyard. There you go.
What is it?
You had to bring it up at least once tonight. I got you every credit.
Okay, so now we're at Silver Cliff Cemetery, Silver Cliff, Colorado.
Here we go,
Another,
Colorado, baby.
another one of the most haunted graveyards in the country is said to be Silver Cliff Cemetery in Colorado. However, it is not a ghostly apparition that this place is famous for, but rather the Silver Cliff lights. These ghost lights look like blue lantern lights or bright white spears. They appear over the cemetery gates at night, then float through the burial grounds, bouncing off the tombstones. There has never been any cause for the lights established, and most locals agree that they are paranormal. The cemetery is still in use today and is owned and operated by the town.
That's one I
So,
didn't have on my list.
so I guess they never. You did have it.
Nope.
So I guess they just nobody ever actually like figured out what the lights were. They just assume it is 100%.
I do that once tonight. Why not?
Stoll Cemetery in Kansas. Stoll Cemetery in Kansas is considered by many to serve as one of the gates of hell. There have been ghost stories linked to this place for hundreds of years. One of the hauntings' focal points seems to be an abandoned church that stands right next to the graveyard. Many people have had strange experiences when entering the church, including being grabbed by unseen hands. On one occasion, the Pope himself refused to fly over what is called a demonic piece of land. Local legends suggest that this has always been an evil place and that the church was constructed to cover the gateway.
Huh.
However, it became a meeting point for witches and Satanists to gather and hold rituals after the church closed. There, there are also rumors that witches were hanged in the trees within the church's ground in the past. There is one tree in particular that is now growing through a tombstone, which is also said to be a focal point for paranormal activity.
I wonder. That's probably weird how trees that keep going through the tombstone.
Yeah, because wouldn't the tombstone break?
Unless it's a very old one and aged, and then that's when it starts to crack itself. But
But it's pretty. You can tell it's pretty bad if the Pope saying he won't go fly over it.
Oh, they always say when you go by a cemetery, you're supposed to hold your breath anyway. Anytime you drive by a cemetery, you're supposed to hold your breath so the spirits can't possess you.
All right then.
Just
I'm
saying
not
what I
gonna
heard as a
lie.
kid.
I want to know how many people are cursed or haunted because I don't know. There's this one cemetery in Pensauken. It's not the one in Westville where, because I have family buried in the one cemetery in Pensauken. It's the one further down going towards the high school.
Okay.
And I don't know how many times people actually like drove their car into the cemetery because people are buried by like the gate. Like you can see their tombstone and everything.
Mm.
And like a lot of times I've got like leaving school or just being in that area, the gate was always crashed into.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, I don't know how many people are like cursed because they're driving into a cemetery.
Well, they might be possessed. You never know.
Something. I'm like, I don't know how many times I've seen that thing broken down and crashed into. And took the bus stop out that was there because the bus stop always kept getting crashed into. So they literally took the bus stop away.
That's pretty nifty.
St. Louis Cemetery, number one, New Orleans. Anyone who knows anything about New Orleans knows that you can barely take a step without running into something with a paranormal twist to it. One of the oldest cemeteries in America, St. Louis Cemetery, is also incredibly haunted so much that it's regarded as one of the world's most haunted cemeteries. Most believe that much of the activity reported have been the fact that notorious voodoo queen Marie Laveau is one of the 100,000 people buried there.
Dang. 100,000 people in one cemetery.
Is she like a real person? I just thought she was just a made up person in American Horror Story.
No, it's fine, fine. She's probably a real person. She's barely a tombstone.
How can you? With thousands of tourists flocking to this graveyard each year, it's undoubtedly one of the most famous haunted cemeteries on this list. Regarded by many as the most haunted place in New Orleans, hundreds of people visit her grave each year to ask for a wish to be granted.
So she's a genie ghost.
Maybe if you rub her tombstone,
Yeah,
you
maybe. I like that though, genie ghost. So you have ghosts that have sex and then you have a genie ghost.
don't get him started.
Just saying.
Boot Hill Cemetery, Tombstone, Arizona.
Oh, tombstone. Nice.
This scary cemetery in Tombstone, Arizona has become known simply as Boot Hill. The burial ground is undoubtedly not well cared for, and the strange overgrown look about the place only seems to add to the spooky reputation. Those who have dared to go exploring Boot Hill have described seeing very unfriendly spirits around the place. It is believed that many of those buried here have links to the gunfight at the OK Corral involving the Erupt brothers,
Yep.
Doc Howday, and the Clinton gang. The Clinton gang, I bet. So I guess like a big gunfight broke out.
It was basically why it was his brother is Doc Holliday versus like Johnny Ringo and a bunch of cowboys. You ever watch the movie Tombstone?
Hmm.
It will actually go more into depth about that town, and they will give you a history of why it was Doc Holliday and all that. It is actually a really, really good movie.
Yeah,
But don't watch it with kids.
don't watch it with kids, okay. Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, Illinois. Bachelor's Grove Cemetery in Illinois is not only considered to be one of the most haunted cemeteries in America, but some would go so far as say that it is one of the most haunted cemeteries in the world. The burial ground is tucked away in the middle of a creepy forest and looks spooky enough based only on its appearance. However, once you get into the ghostly tales connected to this place, you soon realize that there are even more reasons why the cemetery creeps you out. It was once used as a dumping ground for 1930s gangsters to leave their victims, and some of them have been seen wandering around the cemetery. Many visitors have reported seeing unexplained things during visits to the cemetery, with one of the most common sightings of a ghostly woman sitting on the tombstone. Yeah, that's it after that. So a gang deliberately dumped the victims in just a random, I guess that's what turned it into a graveyard, is all of the dumping of the dead bodies.
Interesting.
That's it.
I tagged you that in the comment. I'm pretty sure you've seen the movie Tombstone before. If you haven't, I gotta make him watch the movie at least once. It actually had a really good cast over as well.
I never even heard of that movie.
Yeah, you have a PlayStation 4 or 5, right?
Mhm.
I would lend you my copy of the movie, but you would have to give it to me. You have to watch it at least once.
What's it called?
Tombstone.
Was it in 1993?
That is correct.
Does it
Kurt,
have?
Kurt Russell, Bill Paxton, Val Kilmer.
Yeah,
Yep, that is the movie. You have to watch the movie. If anyone else in the chat,
I could
I know
watch
you're
it on. I
dead,
could watch it on Hulu or Disney Plus
but Disney Plus. Okay. And yes, you
because
guys can see it. You watched it.
Hulu and Disney Plus parted together, so you can watch Hulu movies on Disney Plus now.
Okay. But yes, that is definitely a movie. It's about the Oaks, yep. So that cemetery will probably be brought up in that movie.
Okay, maybe
So
watch it too.
definitely check it out. And I expect a full size report by next Thursday.
Aye, Captain.
Hey, what else you have on your list? You have any more or no?
No, that was it.
Okay, so going back to your New Orleans one. New Orleans is probably one of the most haunted cities in America.
Hmm.
When I did Louisiana, probably one of the first shoots I did this show in New Orleans. I have a list of 15 with probably like 9 of
Oh wow.
them. You got the French Quarter, you got Bourbon Street, all the hurricane stories of people
Mm.
dying in hurricanes. I mean, shipwrecks. Like, all of it is in Louisiana and New Orleans. Man,
Oh, you skipped out. Glitch. He got stuck, people. Technical difficulties. Let's see what he does. Hold on. Let's try again. Come on. We knew this was going to happen, so we wanted to make sure everybody was aware of that. Hold on, let me try and get him back on. Why did I got my face blown up like that? But he was talking about New Orleans. I wasn't a part of the show. Well, not the show. expedition night when they cover New Orleans. I wish they didn't do it so I could have touched base because I always wanted to visit New Orleans. But let's just hope he can get back on. Yes, I see that I got on the show. But my thing is, why am I so big on screen? I don't like that. It's too big.
Am I back? Hello?
I can hear you. You made my face all blown up. You can see all my pimples.
Sorry about
Is
that,
your
everybody.
hotspot's
Like I
acting up?
said, I am. What'd you say?
I said, I guess your hotspot's acting up.
Yeah, a little bit, but I think I got it working. I'm on a mobile hotspot now, so let's see how well this goes. But you can run the show. You've done the show by yourself before. I would have figured it out. If you struggled, I'm
Yeah,
sure that would have jumped in and the show for you.
before you cut out, we were talking about New Orleans, but I wish you saved New Orleans so I could have did it.
Well, I'm sorry, okay? We can touch that back on Halloween night because it is one of the most haunted cities in America.
Go figure.
So we can add that to our Halloween list.
Yeah, because
How about that?
if you think about it, all the hurricanes and floodings they get.
Oh, yeah. Well, hurricanes from Katrina alone. People
Yeah.
sitting on the roof trying to be rescued. You have all the shipwrecks.
1 second.
All right. I apologize about me dropping out, people. Like I said, I am running on not my normal Wi-Fi. Grim has asked for a roll call, so I will pull this up so those who are not looking on Facebook can let us know that you're here. Because it says we have 6 people watching. I know I am watching on my phone. Oh, maybe I'm not. No, I am.
I brought my coaster. Somebody was throwing a fit.
The co-star is back.
Who's that?
It says Troy, Alan, and Alex are watching with me. And there's 6 people on Facebook right now. So there's 3 of the 6.
Oh, you're finally able to see what platforms are being used?
Well, not on my iPad, no. And now we jumped up to 9 people. Look at that.
Woo! Say yay!
I don't know, because I can just see who's on the Basement Show Facebook. Because as of the other day, we were streaming on 7 different platforms now.
7?
We have the Basement Show, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And we have teamed up with Verge of Sanity. So we have their Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X, formerly known as Twitter, linked in our studio. However, if you are watching on Twitter, you cannot comment on the shows. So jump over onto one of the other main 3 platforms and interact with us, let us know what you think of the show, and so forth. So only Troy said he was here, but it says we have 6 people watching.
Nobody likes us today.
I guess not. Unless I have a whole room of people watching on a big screen TV on the other side of the house, but who knows?
Oh, you're fine.
Elena!
Miss Attitude.
But I know we also start the show a little bit at a weird time, 8:30 Eastern,
Oh, Jackie.
and then 8:30 Eastern, 6:30 my time. Hello, Jackie. Nice to see you. I should say
What time is it there now?
8 p.m. Glad to see you made it this time. Yep, I did. So while you get ready for bed now, because it's almost, what, 10 o'clock your time.
Get ready for bed? I don't go to
I'm
bed
just saying.
until almost 3 in the morning.
Well, all I'm saying, like, most people, this is the time of the day to get ready for bed, because it's 10 o'clock on the East Coast, where here in Colorado, it's only 8 o'clock.
that's not gonna mess you up when you come home. Like I heard people get like really messed up from like time differences.
It doesn't. It does the first day.
Mm.
But this is actually my fourth time being out here, so I have pretty much adjusted to it.
Jackie
That
said
was the
hi.
point.
Say
Quick and easy. I mean, it was the fastest 3 hours and 18 minutes of my life. I watched a movie, listened to a little bit of music, and then next thing you know, I'm getting a nudge on the shoulder. I got to turn my headphones off, put my tablet away for landing, so it went very quick.
hi, Jackie. Say hi, Jackie.
The only thing I'm not happy about is I brought the Jersey Heat with me.
Mm-hmm.
But if anyone is in chat and has any suggestions for next week, either drop them in the chat now.
Next week, that I will do a state. I think I ran out of ideas.
So you're gonna do a state. I guess I gotta find. I'll see if I can find like 100 venues.
There you go. Like place where you host parties, right?
Like that, sporting events, that type of stuff.
That'd be cool.
So I will take that next week. I will look for a list of haunted sporting arenas and stuff, and you guys can all give the Spawn a suggestion on the state. So we'll flip the roles around a little.
Okay. I'm being pinched right now, so
Don't pick too hard.
that's not be hurt.
If you want, we will. I know we normally do 2 hours, and I apologize to people. I do have a bunch of family in the living room. I should go be spending time with and stuff, especially since it's a lot of family I have barely ever seen in my life. So I'm gonna we're gonna run through a closeout. I know it's gonna be an hour and a half. I apologize, but tonight is a little bit different because I am not at my normal setup. So for those who are just tuning in or think that you're just listening to the start of the show, I apologize. The flight is actually only an hour. Well, normally it's 2 hours, so because it's usually 4 hours and you lose 2 hours. But like Mama D said, oh, we had a good tailwind, and it was actually up till about 10 minutes before landing. Probably one of the smoothest flights I've ever been on. So it's
No,
usually that,
I said no turbulence.
not, but you gain time back. Yeah, well, coming home, it will be what a 2 hour flight, but you gain the extra 2 hours coming home. Like you lose the 2 hours coming out, you gain them back coming home. I will, and then for the first time ever, really, I am flying back the middle of the day. I usually fly out early in the morning and then fly home late at night. But this time, I decided to do 2 afternoon flights. So hopefully, I'm not that much thrown off with the time difference. So if you want, we will start running through this. And I'll let you start with one's preference.
Holland Customs. As you can see, Holland Customs is ran by Mr. Grimm and Mrs. Grimm. The number thing we like to say is if you can dream it, we can make it. They are very excellent at what they do. Anytime you have questions on something and you don't know how to get a hold of them, you can surely reach Mr. Knast, myself, or Mama Dean. We can definitely guide you to Mr. and Mrs. Grimm. They're also where you can get official basement show gear. You can get stuff that Mr. Knast has come out with his own thing. I know sooner or later a lot of people will be coming up with their own stuff. I came out with my own merchandise for the Spawn. You definitely wouldn't be let down on their product. They came very long way in growing the company, and you definitely be happy with the outcome of everything.
Yeah, that way, if you want, reach out to me. I can get you a lanyard made. I can get you a drawstring bag, which I actually have with me.
Honestly,
Let me
don't you
see.
have yours with you?
I do. See if I can hold this up. We can get you a bag like that. Base material logos and all that stuff. It's actually pretty cool. Nice quality. There's that good material on back with the airport. So you have that. Like I said, I don't have my keys with me, but we can get your lanyards made. So there's plenty of opportunity if you're interested in getting some merch. Please contact Collins Customs. They do awesome work. Or I can personally get it done for you. It all goes to a wonderful cause.
Yes.
So the next one we go through is the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline 988. We preach here at the Basement Show mental health, how important it is, so that people don't feel alone, overwhelmed. We want you to know that someone is at this number 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, or 366 if it is a leap year. So you're never alone. Either if you're watching your show or by yourself, you always have someone to talk to. You can call this extension, text this number. Somebody will always be the answer, or you can message one of us here at the Basement Show. Late at night, it may take you a couple minutes to get back to you or have a positive, coherent thought, but our phones are always on, and we want you to know that you are not alone. And if no one's told you today, we love you, and we'd much rather know you're okay than read your obituary in the newspaper. So don't be afraid to reach out to one of us. And if you would like, speaking of reaching out, you can join us on Discord. Message myself, the Grim, Mrs. Grim. Spawn unfortunately doesn't have a Discord yet, which he needs to get. So if you would like to join us on Discord, message one of us. We can get you linked up for that. And you can join us, and we have a mental health section on the Discord page as well. So David Drittman from Disturb says it best, you are not alone. So don't think you are. Now let's Spawn go over the platforms.
So, as you can see, you can catch us here on YouTube. You can also find us on Twitch and TikTok. TikTok, we don't stream off of it because I believe we need a certain amount of followers.
1,000. Plus, they want you to use your own streaming service.
Oh, stop it, you. So, normally Twitch is just used to promote everything. And also,
no. TikTok's usually promotes, like.
Oh, yeah. TikTok is to promote. And then the new Discord. And then also Facebook.
Yep, that is true. I'm saying in a day in the life, I will add that with our show lineup too. Thank you for the reminder. I will touch base on that. A couple other things that I will go over real quick, starting with the basementshow.live.com. This is going to be a personal website for the Basement Show. We're hoping to get this up and running by the end of the summer, which will allow us to start streaming our shows on an actual website instead of these social media platforms that people tend to always get in trouble with when they start saying how they feel. The only platform that you can get away with it is Twitch. But Facebook and YouTube likes to be assholes and block your comments or put you in Facebook jail. So I'm hoping to get the basementshowlive.com started very, very soon. I hate being an adult parent. It took 45 minutes to find my charger that Lainey was using as a Barbie swing in her room. Sorry, guys. Heather, it is all good. We know you're here in spirit. And we love having you in chat. You always go back and support the show. You watch every show now. You're starting to, you are the top fan of the basement show. So you are good. No need to be sorry. So, and then without giving it all away for next week, the one thing we have said is if we raise $500, I will get my first ever piercing in my life. And Miss Heather will do it for me. Can I trust her?
Now,
I'll always be a hero.
One where anybody can pick where the piercing goes.
Well, that's the thing. If one person donates a whole $500, yes, they have full say where it goes. However, if multiple people donate, then it will be split up amongst other, like it would be given a vote on where to Abbott.
Okay.
Oh, I'm trying to remember what the 750 was. That was something with your dad.
And the 750. I think that one was for the tattoo.
Yes. Remember we got a new tattoo if people raise $750 for him. We'll always be here. I am a dweller. We love our basement dwellers very, very much. So, I mean, it is awesome. And yes, Grim, she may love you, but she loves everyone as a whole. You may have the slight advantage over everybody, but she loves every one of us equally on the show.
Yes, and she loves
Has a
me.
special love. Right? And then lastly is our new and improved show lineup. Monday night is Ladies Night with Mama D and Miss Grim.
Yeah, why did I
They
say
had
that?
to choose the tattoo, yes. For $750 and you guys get to choose the tattoo Grim gets. I already said the basement show logo,
The basement show logo.
so we will see what happens with that.
Hmm.
But Monday is Ladies Night, 8 p.m. Eastern, so I am Mountain Time right now. That is with Miss Grim and Mama D. Last couple of weeks they've been doing various topics from smart talk, playing trivia, the whole 9 yards. Awesome show. Check them out. Mondays at 8.
Oh, my
Love our
God.
Tuesday nights for you all. Love the show. Love Creepy on it. Well, we love having you in the show, Heather.
Yes.
And
And
speaking of
then, good.
Tuesday night is now considered a random sanctioned shit show.
What is it called now?
It's basically a random shit show because you don't know who's hosting it, and B, you don't know what to expect. Like this
Well,
past
you don't know what they
Tuesday, this past I'm not mentioning next week. We will talk about that later, sir. But this past Tuesday night, you had the Rev Grim and the Sushi King, Mr. Lynn Don't Call Me Shirley Creighton from the Verge of Sanity, start the show. So who knows what's in store for that next week. Wednesday night is Dragon's Hinks. It's a show dedicated to the real life Dragon's Hinks. It is currently getting a makeover, but we're going to start something up very soon that will progressively honor Dragon's Hinks every single week. So stay tuned on how that one will unfold in the coming weeks. It's going to be epic. Thursday night tonight is Expedition Night with myself, Mr. Knast, and the Spawn, where we do fun, haunted, creepy stuff. Next week I am going to look for haunted like sporting venues and such. The Spawn is going to come up with a state.
Mm.
Oh, hi, little peanut Spawn, so cute. I can't with the cuteness. Right, well, we're not done just yet, Miss Heather. We're not
Yeah.
done just yet. So
Almost.
Friday night, tomorrow night, I will warn you. It is the 1 year anniversary show for the Red Grim, since he
And
has
that's
joined us on the.
tomorrow, isn't it?
Yes, so I do not know what he has entailed. He has actually told me to take the night off. So I might not be in studio. I may just be lingering in the chat. But fair warning, brace yourself. Because if it's a 1 year show, he's going to go off the rails. You don't know what to
Mm.
expect. And then Saturday mornings, we now stream the Verge of Sanity radio show to you live on the basement show. And all basement shows, we are now live on the Verge of Sanity page. So if you're on the Verge page watching tonight, welcome in. Come over, join us on the basement show. Let us know that you watched tonight. It would be awesome. But Saturday morning from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., you have the Verge of Sanity with the original kings, the Sushi King, the
I would
Bad
say
Red
that they
King.
all come with new like names or something.
Yeah, the sushi. I like the Sushi King.
Didn't
And
you
yes,
come up with that one?
I did, yes. Because Lynn is official. But this coming Saturday, for those who like tattoos, have tattoos, Rouge will be having a very special guest, Mr. Paul Booth, who is a well-known tattoo artist slash author. Don't know what time he will be on Saturday yet, but tune in to Verge for that this Saturday. show them some support. They're awesome people. And among all these other shows, we still have our Day in the Life, where you follow the host around from the basement show and see what we do throughout a normal day. A couple weeks ago, Mr. and Mrs. Grimm did a trip to the laundromat. They were doing laundry, just sitting around bullshitting, having a good time. Then we had, all right, let's build a computer. I did a day in Ocean City. The Swan still has to do hers. Mama D owes us hers.
Yes.
Yes, and the Grim will be on Saturday morning with Verge. He is doing double duty. So go and support him Saturday, hang out with Verge for a while. But don't forget his birthday celebration tomorrow night. As, as I always say with the Grim Show, expect the unexpected.
I was gonna say, and make sure you have an extra pair of pants
Yeah, that's it.
or
But
a throw bucket.
yeah, we have plenty of shows. I always say there's a show for everybody, either it's here in the basement show or maybe just like a normal podcast with Verge. They do those every Saturday. There's something for everyone.
Mm.
So don't be shy. Join us more often. If it's your first time in, like we had my friend Connie watching for the first time the other night, don't be afraid to let us know you're in chat. These shows depend on you guys interacting with us.
Mm.
Because if not, it's just me, the Spawn, Rev, Melody, Miss Grim. We're just talking to ourselves. Who wants to do that?
I mean, you can talk to yourself just as long as like you don't respond to yourself. Then you're gonna think you're crazy.
What was that? Sorry, I heard a voice in my head. Oh, wait, it's the headphones. Duh. But just thank you, everyone who hung out with us tonight. We had the Grim in chat, Heather, Troy, Jackie stopped in. Who else do we have tonight? Mrs. Grimm stopped in. Mama D was in.
Alex,
Alex. I mean, I talk to
Gary.
myself all the time too. Yeah, Gary stopped in, said hello.
As long you can talk to yourself, just as long as you don't answer yourself, then people are gonna think you're crazy. Who
Oh,
else?
he is a Grimm, so that's okay. Love you, sir.
Who else did we have? So you said Jackie, Mama D, Heather, Mr. Grimm. We had Amber.
Yep, Amber stopped in, shows her love. I answer myself completely myself. That's the best way to be, sir.
Dawn, Red, Reed Brooks.
Yep, Dawn, Gary's friend Dawn. Hello. I know she stopped in, said hello. Jack Campbell stopped in, yep.
And that was it.
Yeah, since I had closed my browser, I lost half the chat. But that's okay. You guys are all wonderful people. We thank you very much for supporting our shows. I argue with myself all the time. Hey, sometimes you have to. If I could reach my foot up my own ass, I probably would. But that's okay. But Spawn, do you have anything else that you would like to say?
No. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Other than that, we thank you guys all again so much for hanging out with us tonight. And the Grimm Show starts at 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night. July awareness. Oh, yes. We're not taking donations this month, but July is National Relief Parent Awareness Month. So take a minute, think of friends, parents who have lost loved ones in their life, light a candle for them, say a quick prayer, let them know that you're thinking of them. So it's an awesome month. Just reach out to somebody, make sure they're okay. And remember, nobody is alone here. We're all in this together. I know I love each and every one of you for hopping in. I'm sure Spawn does. Grim can't say he does. Mrs. Grimm, Mama D, we all love you here at the Basement Show. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I am sorry I'm not in my normal setup. I will be back in studio next Thursday for our show next week, which will probably start at 8 because I am done at 5:30 next week. So keep an eye out for that. But other than that, hope to see you all tomorrow night in chat at 9 p.m. Eastern. Or if you're watching from Colorado Island like I am, it'll be 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. But other than that, good night, everybody. Stay safe. and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.